Tonight marks 2 weeks since a convicted child rapist escaped from a prison in Arkansas, reportedly with the help of his wife and mother. And as U.S. Marshals hunt for Samuel Hartman tonight, we wanted to look into something that we've actually seen happen several times in recent months. It's women who are getting entangled with some of these convicts, why they're doing it, and the reason that they are willing to risk their own lives, safety, and freedom to break them out of jail. Correspondent Markie Martin is joining us with more on this tonight. So lock up love, Markie. I mean, it sounds like a reality series, but the reality is it's a public danger once these people are out.
Yeah, it's a public danger, and a lot of people still trying to make sense of this. Marnie, you know, jailbreaks can be super complex. They could be deadly, or in Samuel Hartman's case, they can be relatively easy. You know, he had that family help in absconding him from work detail that day. And it's those helpers that we are turning to tonight who risk it all, seemingly in the name of love behind bars.
Alabama corrections officer Vicky White did it this year, unlocking the door and literally holding it open to spring an inmate.
And I thought, I know exactly what happened.
Toby Dorr did it too, the prison volunteer sneaking out her love in a dog crate.
All it takes is for that one officer or volunteer to just be a little bit nicer at one moment to an inmate.
And years back, it was the warden's wife, Bobby Parker, who disappeared from an Oklahoma reformatory with convicted killer Randolph Dial. The pair found 11 years later, living as a married couple on a Texas chicken ranch.
This phenomenon is common enough that there's actually a psychiatric condition known as high bristophilia.
Board-certified adult and child psychiatrist Dr. Denise McDermott has worked inside a maximum security prison. She says women who fall prey to those who have committed heinous crimes usually have past trauma themselves.
There's a sense of power and control because if they fall in love with someone in prison, they can control when they write the letters, when they visit, what they do. So if you've had abuse or rape or a traumatic relationship, there's some thinking that these women actually sort of get their own sense of healing and mastery over their own trauma.
Whether it be through intense letter writing or the intimacy of being in the prison each day, experts say the inmate might even reveal secrets to build trust.
The con artist will say, well, you're the only one who can help me. I really need you. And they put on this act of vulnerability. And people are biologically programmed to go along with that.
Criminal justice experts say that bonding can lead women to completely disregard the potential consequences of aiding an escape, as Samuel Hartman's wife and mother are accused of doing, leaving those like the warden's wife and others to find it's now themselves behind bars, or even worse.
Look at what happens. The last correctional officer that did this ended up taking her own life because she had gotten in so deep, which was sad. Because this was an individual under any other circumstances probably would have done nothing wrong in her life.
And Marnie, criminal justice experts also tell us that stopping many of these escapes really just boils down to outstanding training. Training that focuses on the stress, the professionalism, and the distancing that is needed to keep these inmates where they belong, which is behind bars.
Exactly,
Marnie.
And layers of security. All right, Markie, thank you. By the way, Samuel Hartman is a convicted rapist, and he is on the run still tonight and considered dangerous. Authorities in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and even as far away as Wyoming are looking for him. If you see Samuel Hartman, call 911 right away. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.